Shout out to Mr. Moonshine. He will soon punch drunk. What's up, hard hitters? Chuck P. C-Ville's finest. Hard hitter hotline number 17, man. It's going down, man. Hey, check this out. Is the takeover over? Teofimo Lopez loses unified titles to George Kambosos Jr. in a 12-round big showdown, man. It was a bloodfest. Them boys went to war. Damn good fight. Teofimo Lopez thought that he won the fight 10 rounds to 2. I said he's crazy as all outdoors. Then he said he never got knocked down. It was a slip. And I even heard Ray Charles say goddamn when this shit happened. Teo lost his fucking mind. But this just in, hard hitters. It just come to my attention that Teofimo Lopez ended up being hospitalized after the fight. He had air on his lungs, and he was literally in that motherfucker fighting for his life. Thank God he all right. But, I think they say they got him in ICU. So, I mean, prayers to Teo and his family, and wishing him a speedy recovery so he can get back to doing what he's doing. But as far as his analysis of that fight, I think my man Teofimo Lopez, he's a CAT scan. Moving on. Kambosos Jr. living the life, unified champion. It was a good fight, but Lopez needs to stop channeling his Deontay Wilder on this fight. Hey, you got a good point, man. You got a damn good point. And you want to know the irony of that, cool, man? When Wilder was saying what he was saying, Teofimo Lopez had told Deontay Wilder to stop acting like a bitch. He said, stop acting like a bitch and face it. You got your ass beat. Go on in there, get your rematch or whatever the fuck you got to do and handle your business. That's what he said. Now, Teo, look at what he doing. Listen at him. And not only him, but his dad. Oh, God, his dad. But hey, man. Hey. This whole father-son thing, man. You know he gonna go to bat. He gonna go to bat for his son, man, to the end. But come on, man. Dude, he took an L, and then he was sitting up there saying, oh, man, it's just ruined our plans, man. Now we can't get compared to Floyd Mayweather. We want to be compared to Floyd Mayweather, be better than Floyd. Bro, it ain't even about that, man. They got to get the fuck out of that mentality. So what if you took an L? Keep going. Keep fucking going. You know how many motherfuckers got losses? God damn. All the ATGs got losses. You wanna know why? Because they wanted all the smoke. And we gonna get into that shit in a little bit too with this fucking 135-pound division. Kambosos, newly crowned unified champion, living the life. And he said he'll be going to all the fights this weekend. He said he'll be going to Dev's fight. He said that he'll be going to Tank's fight tomorrow. And December 11th, I believe it is, Vasily Lomachenko will be going against Richard Comey. And he said he'll be ringside for that. When Kambosos Jr. won the title, I like what I was hearing. Because I said, finally, we can have Kambosos Jr. He has 3 belts. And Devin Haney has the WBC belt. Now they can fight. And we can finally get an undisputed champion in the lightweight division. Fuck all the franchise bullshit. We can finally get an undisputed champion in this division. Trying to be in the same picture with Floyd is about insane. As a basketball player has been in the same conversation with MJ. Exactly, bro. That's the pinnacle. I know you want to reach for the stars, but bro, that's an ATG, man. That's an all-time great. Carve your own path. You can still be great. You don't have to be fucking undefeated. But I like what I was hearing from Kambosos. He said, Devin Haney. Devin Haney got to be the fight after Teofimo Lopez. We could be undisputed. I'm going to play a clip. I want you to hear this. It was Kambosos Jr.'s dad. And I want you to hear what he said right after the fight. I bet y'all could get a fucking ad. I mean, this is going to be a fucking second. But exactly. Dude, these motherfuckers kill me with these ads, man. But you know something? I ain't getting no, what the fuck is that? YouTube Red? Where you don't have to get the fucking ads? It ain't all that deep to me. I pay for enough other bullshit. But now listen to what the fuck Kambosos Jr. Well, his dad said right after the fight, after Kambosos Jr. won the titles.
Australia, wherever this will be, matchroom boxing, they'll be doing this. And guess what? Devin Haney, George Kambosos, for all the marbles, because obviously that's the WBC belt he holds. You know what? George's got a lot of respect for Devin. But I'll tell you one thing, Devin. This business of boxing, it's mind games. George loves you. George got respect for you. But if that fight gets tabled and both camps are happy, George's going to become a real piece of shit again.
Okay, so. Yeah, premium. Okay, all right. Fuck him. So you heard Kambosos Sr. Devin Haney. Now it's something else I want you to hear. I want you to hear George Kambosos in an interview with Eddie Hearn. Okay. This was leading up to fight week for Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz. And in this interview, you can kind of hear George Kambosos kind of changing his tune, not kind of keeping the same energy that he once had. I want you to listen to this.
The rest is history, and you.
Absolutely. And of course, you've been everywhere this week. I think you're going to the fight on Sunday as well. But this fight, a really, really important fight for the lightweight division. You said off camera, really looking forward to this fight. Devin Haney, the young charge now of the division. Now Tio's taking a back seat. And of course, Jojo Diaz looking to become a multi-weight world champion as well. This is a real fight.
Yeah, look, it's a great fight. Not only that for me, it's a scouting mission and just having a look and seeing who's going to perform. But as a fight fan, I'm excited to be there, to watch them fight. And both very talented guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing who shows more. The big thing now is I'm in the driver's seat. So I want action. I want fight of the year candidates. That's what I'm looking for. I want to give the fans their money worth. I'm not here to touch and run around and play games. And I'm here for action. So all these guys, they want the shot. They've got to show me something. They got to really show me that, we're going to fight, that it's going to be a battle.
Is that your message to Dev?
Wait a minute. Wait. So now Devin has to impress Kambosos. Having the WBC title ain't good enough. I thought this was all about undisputed. You were saying they were speaking behind the scenes, and Kambosos Jr. was telling Dev, oh, he ain't going to fight you. He ain't going to fight you. He going to duck you. But let me get the titles, and then we can go for undisputed. But now, since you in the driver's seat, and indeed, you're the man. You are the man. But now these motherfuckers got to impress you now. I hear you. It sounds like it kind of quacky now. Maybe you looking for a payday. And if you're looking for a payday with Tank already came out and said, fuck those motherfucking belts. You can keep those motherfucking belts. You just want a payday. So you can eliminate Tank, all right? Because in the words of the LB, we calling the shots out over here. We call the shots over here. We the A side. The LB always say they the A side. And they ain't looking at no fucking Kambosos. All right. So he's eliminated. So what is he gonna do? Fight Vasily Lomachenko? That's the way it's looking. Hey Rob, what's the deal, bro? That's the fucking way it's looking. Dude, Devin Haney could go out here, man, and knock fucking JoJo through the goddamn ceiling. That still won't be impressive enough for Kambosos Jr. I've heard this shit before. Dee Dee even pointed it out to me. She said, hey, Chuck, ain't that what Ryan was sounding like? Hell yeah, that's exactly how Ryan Garcia was sounding. Oh, Dev don't move me, you know. Dev got to impress me. He doesn't impress me. And this is a motherfucker who didn't even have a belt. Ducked is mandatory. He want people to go through hoops when it's not worth it. I mean, bruh, you have 3 belts. All you need is 1 more to be undisputed. Truly. But no, you got to impress me. You know, you got to make me want this fight. Shit. All that motherfucker doing is looking to see who putting on the best performances so that motherfucker can duck and hide. Come on, man. Let's make the motherfucking shit for undisputed. What you gonna think you're gonna get a big payday fucking with the Bob father over there in ESPN? We already know how Bob get down. Good luck getting a big payday from that motherfucker. Dev can offer you the most fucking money. Because once again, like I said, Tank don't give a fuck about those belts. Make the fight for undisputed. It'll be worth your while. I guarantee. That's a Chuck P guarantee for your ass. Dev will give you the money. You get the title shot. And whoever wins gets all the glory. Sounds fucking good to me. Make the fight. Don't be on this little stupid ass bullshit. This old George Kambosos sweepstakes. Because there's only fucking 1 fight to make. You and Dale for undisputed. Speaking of Ryan, he already think Kambosos is a fucking cherry pick. He said, when I come back, I want Kambosos Jr. Everybody wants Kambosos Jr. Everybody think he's still a weakling, even though that great performance he had against Teofimo. But with this news coming out with Teofimo, him not being at his best, obviously, in this fight, a lot of those other fighters looked at that fight and they said, man, we would destroy Kambosos. I don't know about all of that. From the shit that he showed against Teo, he's a damn good fighter. But fuck the dumb shit, man. Make the Dev fight. Talk about these damn good fights we had last week. Cool Boy Steph, Steve Fulton, Brandon Figueroa. Hey, you know, bro, I got to be honest. I had that fight as a draw. I know, hey, brother Cool Boy Steph, he got the nod. And my prediction, I had actually went with the bigger guy. I went with Brandon Figueroa. I thought the fight was a draw, man. If not a draw, probably could have been edge to Figueroa, being honest with you, man. Dude, Figueroa was like a fucking freight train in there, and he kept coming and coming and coming and throwing and throwing and throwing. Stephen Fulton had some great fucking moments in the fight. It was a damn good fight. It was a close fight. But if I was judging the motherfucker, I would have had it either a draw or just slightly giving the edge to Brandon Figueroa. They need to do a part 2, man. They got to do a part 2, bro. That fight was too damn good. It was hard. I would have hated to be a judge that night, man. That was a damn good close fight. But from what I saw, that just to go to show you I'm not no fucking fanboy here. I look at these fucking fighters. I look at 2 fucking fighters. I don't give a fuck about the race. None of that old shit. I look at 2 fucking fighters and what they do in the fucking ring. And from what I saw a draw. If not slightly being edged to Figueroa. Now, goddamn it was a robbery that night. That goddamn Santiago going up against Gary Russell. Gary Russell definitely got a fucking gift. He definitely got a gift, man. Santiago won that fight, bro. I mean, anybody can see that, okay? Bro, you don't even have to know boxing. You could get a 6-year-old, and a 6-year-old can look and see who the fuck's doing what. And then you ask that motherfucker, who you think did the most? Santiago. That shit wasn't hard to score at all. But that goddamn Al Heyman, he was pro-black that night, goddamn it. He gave it to Gary Russell. Hey, remember a guy by the name of Triple G? Well, he won't be having that long-awaited fight against Murata that he was looking for at the end of the year. This motherfucker had announced in January, I'm not fighting to the very end of the year against Murata. Well, that won't be happening. Gennady Duckin Golovkin is going to have to look for something because he ain't fighting no motherfucking Murata due to COVID-19 restrictions over there. Y'all motherfuckers know what's happening in the world. I don't have to keep talking about that shit. That's the reason why they ain't having a fight. What the fuck is Gennady Duckin Golovkin going to do now? Is he going to wait till next December and try again? Shit is a fucking joke, man. Now, Kell Brook and Amir Khan finally finalized after 20 years? And I'm not exaggerating, man. They had a press conference talking about this fucking fight. And Amir Khan has said, it's been 15 years. We've been talking about this fight for 15 years. It should never take that motherfucking long to make a fight. Amir Khan was indeed ducking and trying to age Kell Brook out. He want that motherfucker. Well, you know what? Amir and Kell, they're around the same age. But everybody's same age ain't the same age. You get a 34-year-old here and a 34-year-old here. They ain't the same. People age differently. Amir Khan still think that he's a fresher fighter. He truly think Kell Brook washed the fuck up. I don't think so. He lost to the fucking best fighter in the world. Doesn't make him a bad, washed up fucking fighter. His resistance might not be the same, however. But with them little pitter-patter, little fast hands of Amir, it won't make a difference. He gonna keep his fucking chin up and he gonna get clipped and get knocked the fuck out again. I got Kell Brook for the win. Spoiler alert. Boo Boo Andrade. Will he finally get a named opponent? Eddie Hearn tried to get a Triple G mandatory. Now that Murata is out of the picture. Only for what? The WBO puts Boo Boo Andrade in yet another mandatory against a fucking fighter no one knows. He's going to go through the same fucking thing that he went with when he fought and beat Liam Smith. Yanebek, good fighter, but no one fucking knows him. So we got this run-of-the-mill bullshit of him fighting another good fighter, but he won't get the fucking credit for it because the casual fan don't know the man. He needs to fight somebody of relevance with a name, a big enough name to where everybody at least can recognize this motherfucker. You said Jamal Charlo, that's a name. Triple G, a household name. This is the only way that this motherfucker's going to get any kind of fucking recognition and credit for winning. And speaking of Jamal Charlo, some shit leaked out on Maul. But we've heard some of this shit before. It had been brought to my attention that Jamal Charlo was indeed offered a fight by Canelo Alvarez. And Jamal didn't take the fight. Remember, last summer, not this past, but the year before, the debut of COVID year, Jamal Charlo, remember how that motherfucker was getting into that little squabble with his brother? And he sat up there and he had said, I would never duck Canelo like you did. We heard this shit before. I did a KTFO info. I don't fucking remember which season, one or it was either the first or the second. When in the beginning promos, Oscar De La Hoya had said we made an offer to Jamal Charlo. And I guess he didn't want the fight. Jamal has said that shit. And I'm going to tell you something else Jamal said. Probably about a month ago, I forgot to share this. About a month ago, Maul was doing a live from Mel's house. And I guess Mel didn't want to be on camera, you know, doing other thing. Get the fucking camera out my face, bruh. What you need to do, you need to fight Benavidez. Man, you got all these motherfuckers hitting me up talking about fight Benavidez. I don't duck no motherfucking fighter. You need to get in the motherfucking ring and fight Benavidez. Y'all motherfuckers hitting up the wrong Charlo. What up, Josh? What's going on, bro? Jamal Charlo? Is it Lions only? Or are you lying, homie? In other news, something a bit interesting. The WBC and the WBO, they have made a joint decision to make Daniel Rahman the mandatory for Cool Boy Steph Stephen Fulton. And what I like about this is, you know, they're trying to not overload the unified and undisputed champions with all these fucking mandatories, okay? I like it. I like it. Because it seems like they throw a fucking mandatory at a fighter every other week. So if you can find a way to have these fucking joint mandatories and kind of fucking consolidate this shit, I'm all with it. Finally, these motherfuckers doing something right. Something else we getting ready to see. Danny Garcia will be back in action. And he'll be campaigning at 154. And the first person he wants, well, it's a couple of people he wants. But he wants Tony Harrison. And he doesn't mind getting the winner of Kell Brook and Amir Khan. I like both fights for Danny. Whether he goes up against Amir Khan again, whether he goes up against Kell Brook, or Tony Harrison. A lot of people think that the Tony Harrison is a bad fight for him, though, because he's so damn flat-footed. And with the boxing skills of Tony Harrison, bro, I think that's a good fight for Danny, man. Tony Harrison to get clipped, bro. Danny Garcia gonna have more power at 154. He got power in both hands. Good ass counter puncher, man. If he time it right, bro, he gonna catch Tony with something bad. And we seen Tony get rocked before. But with the pure boxing skills of Tony Harrison, he probably could last the whole 12 against Danny and win by decision. He's a damn good boxer. But Danny, hey, once he time it right, bro, hey, it's good night. Good night once he time it right. I like that fight. That fight intrigues the fuck out of me, man. I like that fight. Check this out. Kenny Porter. Kenny Porter says him and Sean are A-OK. You know, he was asked in the interview, what was up with that stoppage, Kenny? And Kenny said, what you mean? He said, listen. This is my son. I've been training him for 34 motherfucking years. Can't nobody tell me about Sean. I don't go to a contractor and tell the motherfucker how to dig a ditch. I don't go to a motherfucking plumber and tell them how to do their fucking job. So all you motherfuckers on the outside looking in, don't tell me how to do my job. I know what the fuck I'm doing, and I know Sean better than anybody in this fucking world. And as far as me and Sean's relationship, we're A-OK. I had just walked across the street to his fucking house, saw the grandkids. Everything's A-OK. So for all you motherfuckers out there that's trying to put out these stories and all this other shit, everything good over here, homie. Sean Porter, he was backstage with the Future coming up out of Cleveland, Montana Love, who will be in action tonight on the undercard of Devin Haney and JoJo. Sean Porter has said, man, y'all better keep y'all motherfucking eyes on this boy, man. He said Montana Love gonna be a world champion, man. He about to take over 140. It's a wrap. I have to fucking agree with that. For anybody who ain't familiar with Montana Love, man, check that boy out tonight on the undercard. Slick, quick, power. He got it all, man. He's a showman. He's a showman with skills, though, man. I like the boy. I do, man. He gonna be a world fucking champion. Speaking of world champions, Clarissa Shields, she's vacating 3 middleweight titles to pursue her undisputed middleweight title. Now, check this out, man. I can't fucking wait for her and Savannah Marshall to get in the motherfucking ring and damn near kill each other. Savannah Marshall is the only woman who beat Clarissa Shields back in the amateurs. And if Clarissa Shields can have her fight against Savannah and beat her, there will be nothing else for Clarissa Shields to do. She have done it all. She done won all the fucking titles she can win, all the fucking titles she can carry, and then get her fucking redemption against Savannah Marshall. But I'm going to say this, though. I don't think it's going to be a Hammer situation where Hammer was hyped up and had got mopped by Clarissa. I think Clarissa going to be in a fight with Savannah Marshall, though. I don't think she's going to walk right over no Savannah Marshall. I don't. One thing about Savannah Marshall, she gets her fucking opponents up out of there. You know, she got knockouts. You know, a lot of people might question the opposition, but she get them up out of there. It's gonna be a good fight between those two girls, and it's a very important and significant fight for the women's for women's boxing. Period. So let's talk about tonight, man. Devin and JoJo. Devin and JoJo should be a good fight. JoJo ain't no fucking walkover. You saw what the fuck he did to Tevin Farmer, even though I don't think that was the best Tevin Farmer, but that's another story. You saw what he did against Javier Fortuna. Damn good fighter. But I think Dev, man, I think Dev is special. I got Dev outboxing him. And oh my God, Dev got a hype man out here named Church. Church is out here rhyming all over JoJo Diaz's ass, getting all in his head. Man, I was looking at the fucking public workout. I said, poor JoJo. God damn, JoJo. JoJo said, fuck this motherfucker, man. Man, look, Church in there rhyming. Oh, look at JoJo. JoJo, you ain't never seen the king. We got Devin hopping out of the scene. JoJo gonna get his ass beat by Devin Haney. I'm about to grab a seat. JoJo, you about to hit the floor. You ain't gonna want to see Devin no more. Devin, he's a king. Watch what he do to your ass in the ring. Man, all night, this is all JoJo hearing as he training, trying to get ready. And that goddamn Church all in his motherfucking ear rhyming, getting all in his head. They said, JoJo, wait, what do you think about Devin's hype man over there at Church? He said, man, fuck that guy, man. Fuck that guy over there, man. He's a fucking crackhead, man. Fuck that guy. Hey, it's going to be a good fight tonight. Devin Haney don't really have no knockout power, man. I see it probably been a long fight, man. Probably going to decision. I got Dev winning on points. But it's going to be a good action-packed fight. About the women fight, the story writes itself. Yeah, man, Clarissa and Savannah Marshall, they got a damn good story, man. Damn good story. And that's what's going to enhance the fucking fight too, bro. The story behind it. You know, her beating her in the amateurs, them going in separate ways in the professionals, the accolades they achieve separately. All that shit just gonna add up to the fight. Should be a damn good fight. And I'm glad she got a big payday for it too. It's just a goddamn shame she couldn't get the payday here and she had to go across the fucking pond for somebody else to recognize her worth. Big shout out to Adam Smith and them boys over there at Boxer. And if I ain't mistaken, no, I was going to say that was going to be their first pay-per-view of the year, but they're doing the Khan and Kell Brook. So Khan and Kell Brook would be their first pay-per-view, and then the next pay-per-view should probably be Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields. So looking forward to all of that shit, man. What else we got? Tank versus Cruz. Does Cruz stand a fucking chance of beating Tank this Sunday? I don't think so. I got Cruz hitting the flow by round 4. I think it's going to be quick and very, very quick and painless for that motherfucker. You know how Bud knocked out Kell Brook when he hit him and he was out? And you're like, whoa, what happened? That's what the fuck about to happen to Cruz. That's what the fuck about to happen to Cruz. I probably can, cool, man. I'll have to go back to the chat last week and look for it and then do it. Yeah, but I should be able to do that. Yeah, definitely. Yep. So, yeah, I got Eastside Cruz up out of here by round 4. It won't be long. It'll be a very short night. And I think they got Sergey Derevchenko on the undercard. Damn good fighter, man. Damn good fighter. And I want to see exactly what Derevchenko has. I want to see what he has left after that Mall fight. I want to see what he got left after that Mall fight. I got to look, man. Did Derevchenko have a fight after the Mall fight? I don't know. I have to look. But He looked bad against Maul. Maul beat the fuck out of him. But then we saw how Maul looked against Monte Who, so a lot of people like, man, maybe Maul had lost a step, but maybe he didn't take Monte seriously. Because when he went up against a game fighter that everybody knew about in Sergey Derevchenko, god damn, we definitely saw how that one turned out. Maybe he just fought at the level of his competition. Some people don't get hyped off these names like we don't get hyped off the fucking names. We don't get hyped off these motherfuckers. That's why I want to see these motherfuckers fight other names. Going back to the whole shit all over again. Names need to fight these fucking names. So we can get the biggest, best fights that we could possibly see. The paying customers deserve that shit. Y'all motherfuckers, somebody is a business and what the fans want to see, they don't understand and all this other shit. Well, goddamn, man, make us understand. Make us understand. Hey, you taking our motherfucking money. You taking the DAZN subscriptions. You taking the fucking ESPN Pluses and the fucking pay-per-views. So for us to see him fight a motherfucker that we don't know. Sometimes you got to give the fucking fans what they want or your ass ain't gonna have shit. Y'all motherfuckers getting paid by the fan. I'm gonna do that, Josh. You already know. Exactly. Josh said we work hard for our fucking money. So you want people like that to pay for these fucking fights against these fucking names, against these goddamn tomato cans? And I ain't gonna say all of them tomato cans. You got some of these motherfuckers that they didn't prove like, hey, motherfucker, I deserve to be here. Look at Martin. The way he beat the hell out of Mikey. But the casual fan don't know no fucking Martin. And this is somebody who paid money. Even though that wasn't no fucking pay-per-view fight. I think that was on DAZN. But still, we paying for that. People don't want to pay for Mikey to fight Martin. He should have went on ahead and fought Regis Prograis and took that goddamn loss. It would have looked better. But a cherry pick gone bad. But I kind of felt Mikey, though. We had a long layoff. And that's the fucking problem. Stop with these long-ass layoffs. Keep fighting. That's one motherfucking thing about that damn Canelo. I say what the fuck I say about him at times, but goddamn it, at least he's fighting. At least he's fucking fighting. These motherfuckers got to fight, man. We got some fights tonight, goddamn it. We got JoJo and Devin. We got Montana Love in action. And I got my boy Mo Williams in action, man. Mo Williams, he'll be in action, man. Young fighter, man. He was going through some shit, man, mental illness and all this other shit, man. And he finally got himself together, and he getting back in the ring tonight. And I wish his ass the best. I think he gonna go in there and handle business and do what the fuck he do, and keep it moving on to the next. So, some fights I'm definitely interested in seeing tonight, man. And tomorrow, the only fight that I really want to see. I want to see how Derevchenko's looking after the Maul loss. I want to see how he's looking. And come on, man. Tank and Cruz. A 4-round beat down. Okay, and he'll be out of there. He'll be out of there. This is Eastside Cruz is gonna be a fucking meme. He gonna be fucking meme after Sunday. All right, so prepare for that. So anybody checking this motherfucker out, archive, man, y'all are, hey, check this out, man. Subscribe to the channel. We become an official hard hitter and resident of the Ville. Follow me on Twitter at ChuckP216 to stay ahead of the game, man. January 1st, King Kong Ortiz, Charles Martin, KTFO prediction show, after party show will be the next day after the fight, early morning. You already know, I'm gonna let you know how it's going down. Oh, and season finale for Carl's Corner. That will be right after Christmas, I believe. Or right before, no, Christmas Eve, I believe. Somewhere up in there, goddamn it. It's somewhere up in there. That'll be going down. Then the new show The new show, Jab for Jab, past meets the present. Fantasy fights, man. Motherfuckers talk about them all the time. Who would win between the Muhammad Ali and the Tyson Fury? Well, my right-hand man, Mr. Cleveland, gonna do all he can to break that shit down and let you know who he thinks will be the man in all these fantasy fights. That'll be debuting next month. Oh, yeah, it's going down, Josh. Exactly. Yeah, bro, it's coming next month. Oh, how about that? I just want to talk about this before I get the fuck out of here. How about that versus, man? How about that Triller versus? You know, I want to talk about that too. Michael Hunter got a fucking gift. Michael Hunter, to me, got a fucking gift. Michael the Bounty Hunter was in action that night before 3-6 Mafia fucking destroyed my Cleveland's own Bone. Michael Hunter was going up against Mr. Forrest. Okay. Michael Hunter, he went in this motherfucking ring. He thought he was going to beat the fuck out of Mr. Forrest, but Mr. Forrest wasn't having that shit. Jerry went in that motherfucker and was outboxing the fuck out of Michael Hunter ass. He had Michael Hunter swole up like a motherfucker. But Michael Hunter is like the boxing face of Triller, I guess you can say. You know, I think that motherfucker been headlining the last 2 or 3 Triller shows before the fucking verses. I think he was on before the Locks went up against Dipset. So Michael Hunter is kind of like the face, all right? But Jerry went in there and outboxed the fuck out of him, and Michael Hunter got a gift. I will say that. They called it a draw. No. They called it a draw. But Jerry Forrest should have won that fucking fight. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Hey, yeah, man. That versus, bro. I'm sorry, man. But I'm glad they did that shit. Bone versus 3-6. Bro, I've been listening to both of these fucking groups ever since I was a fucking baby. Okay. I found out I ride way harder for 3-6 than fucking Bone, man. I do, and I hate to say that shit. I hate to say that shit, especially since Bone from fucking Cleveland. But you know, man, when you got Tear the Club Up coming on, and then you go over to Bone, and you know it's Bone Thugs, Harmony. Better get your paper. It's like, that's a good song, but it ain't better than that one. Then you got fucking, I bet you won't hit a motherfucker. And then you go back to Bone, and they're like, we're smoking a Buddha. Good song. But I don't think it's better than that one. So I'm rolling with 3-6 like a motherfucker in this battle. I said, come on, Bone, give me something. You got to take these motherfuckers out. These motherfuckers didn't even do first of the month. How you don't do first of the month? That's one of your biggest fucking hits. All the motherfuckers must have been going ziggity boo, hiding the motherfucker. Busy Bone almost fucked up the goddamn show anyway. But man, that's another story for another day, man. Y'all check out. Y'all check out that fucking playlist for all y'all archive viewers, man, if y'all new to this shit, man. Give the fucking Ville, give this man a chance. Become an official hard hitter, man. Like I said, man, I already told y'all what we got lined up, man, and I'll be back next week to talk about the fights from tonight and tomorrow night with Tank and Crew. So, hey, much love to all y'all, man. See y'all next week, man. I'm Chuck P. C-Ville's finest, but to you haters, call me a highness. Much love to y'all, man. Hey, big shout out to y'all in the chat, man. You know I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all next week.